Good evening. Tonight is my once a week bedtime story, and tonight is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. If you like my channel to see more bedtime stories, more food trips, and more shopping trips, subscribe my channel and click on a like. Here we go. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Every who down in Whoville like Christmas alike. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hitting the Who, staring down from his cave with a sour, Grinchy frowns at the warm light windows below in their town, for he knew every down in Whoville beneath was busy now having a mistletoe wreath, and they're hanging their stockings. He snarled with a sneer. "Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here," then he growled, with the fingers nervously drumming. "I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming, for tomorrow," he knew, and all the Who girls and boys would wake up bright and early, they'll wash their way, and then all the noise, noise. The one thing he hated, the noise. Then the Who, young or old, would sit there to a feast, and there's the feast, and they feast, and they feast, and they will feast a particular important and real Who will be beast, and which was something the Grinch couldn't stand to hear. And then there's something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand together with Christmas bells ringing, and they stand hand in hand, and what they would start singing. They sing and sing, and they sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas, the more the Grinch thought, "I must stop the whole thing. Why, the 53 years old I've been poured up it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how?" Then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Grinch, got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his hard throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and coat, and he chuckled and he chuckled. What a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look like just Santa Nick. And all I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. Then he called his dog, Max. He took some red thread and tied it with his horn on top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramsack sleigh and hitched up old Max. Then Grinch said, get up. Then the sleigh slowed down. The town, the homes were the who lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. Quiet was filled with the air. All the who were dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, this is stop number 1. The old Grinchy Claus hissed and he climbed onto the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney at what I type pitch. But Santa could do it, then he sure could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace, flew with the little stockings all hand in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first thing to go. Then he slack in the icebox. He took the whole fish. He took the whole pudding. He took the roast beef. Then he cleared out the icebox and quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took at least a can of whole hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now the Grinch I stuffed up the tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree. Then he started up the shelf when he heard a small sound like a coo of a dove. He turned around fast, then he saw a small who. Little Cindy Lou Who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter, who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking a Christmas tree? Why? But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie. He thought up it quick. Why, my little sweet tot, the thanks Santa Claus lie. There's a light on the tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I can fix it up there. I've been it back here. Then he found the child. Then he patted her head. Then he got her a drink and he sent her to bed. Then when Cindy Lou went to bed with her clock, he went to the chimney and started up tree. Then that last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. Oh, there was walls left nothing but hooks and wire. The one speck of food he left in the house was a crumb that even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the whole whose house, leaving crumbs much too small for the eat out of whose mouses. It was clear past dawn, or the who's still in bed, or the who's still in the news, when he packed up his sled, pack up with their presents, the ribbons and the rabbit, the tags and the Tyson, the trimmings and the wrapping. There was a noise when the Grinch, and something must hear. Then he paused. The Grinch put his hand to his ear. Then he heard and sound all over the snow. A stone low, a stone groan. But if the sound wasn't sad, why the sound was merry. It couldn't be. But it merry very? He started down with the Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was shocking, surprise. And the Grinch with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood pressing and pressing. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes or bags. Then he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzle was sore. Then Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. Then this has happened then, where the Hoovers say the Grinch had a small heart, grew 3 sizes that day. Then, and the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he rooted his head, his lone thought in bright morning light. Then he brought back the toys, the food, and the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, called the wolf beef.